Morning, everyone. Paul, you want to not on camera? Okay. Just saying. I have cheat sheets, so I hope that's okay. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I just have to be able to read my own handwriting. Okay, well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you for allowing me this time this morning. I was thinking about doing my icebreaker and thinking about a speech about me and doing it in 4 to 6 minutes. And my first thought was, I'm going to squeeze 46 years and change into 4 to 6 minutes. There's a lot. I've been through a lot. It should be easy, because don't we all like to talk about ourselves? I've been in retail and the service industry my entire adult life, and there's nothing more that I found that people like to hear is the sound of their own name. Mm-hmm. And some of us like to hear the sound of our own voice. So it's something that I thought, where am I gonna start? And then I thought about how my life is and the different stages that I've been through, and I thought, it really breaks down into 3 categories: where I've been, where I'm at, and where I'm going. And I thought, that would be an easy way to segment and talk about who I am and really introduce myself to you guys in 4 to 6 minutes. So where have I been? I was born in Montana, and I had a great childhood. I was an only child in the sense of growing up with my parents. I was the only one there. I have 2 half brothers, but they didn't grow up with our dad. I was fortunate enough to be able to do that. Born and raised in the Pacific Northwest, living in Idaho. Oregon is someplace we always came on spring break, so being able to live here now is a dream. I absolutely love it. My dad is amazing. I know that most people are able to say that their dad is the most amazing man they've ever met, but my dad really truly is the most amazing man you could ever meet. He's 81, and I'm now taller than him. He's getting shorter. He has been the most incredible influence on not just myself, but my kids. He, growing up, he graduated in 1956. He was the All-American man, boy, back in that time. He was the quarterback, he was the pitcher, he was the president of his class. And you never hear the man say a bad word, ever. He's just incredible. So he has been my rock. I'm so blessed to have him. My kids now are 26 and almost 24. I had them young. I was 12. Just kidding, I was 19. So started out a little early with the kids, but I wouldn't change anything for the world. I love them. They're great people. I'm very proud of who they are and where they're going. I've been married and divorced twice. At the time, it sounded like a good idea, and then it ended up not being. I've been working for various retail companies since I was 19 years old. Started out with the Bon Marché, for those of you that remember the Bon Marché. I'm dating myself again. I already told you how old I am. So I've worked for various retail companies throughout my life. I've tried to get out of retail. I was a massage therapist for a while, loved it, but then got sucked back into retail. Managed a gym for a little while, got sucked back into retail. I've accepted my fate. I love what I do. It's the perfect fit for me, and I'm good at what I do. With all of those experiences, each and every one of them, through all of the friends that I've had and the divorces, it's made me who I am today. It's brought me to this very spot I'm standing right now in front of you. And I appreciate all of those experiences I've had, whether they were good or bad. So where am I now? Now I'm with an amazing man. His name is Dale. He is a representative for the Carpenters Union. We have 3 dogs, our blended family. They're a little older. 2 are 12, 1 is 13. We go to Maui every year. I have an amazing job, which I already told you about. And the most exciting thing is I have an interview on Friday to become the district trainer for the company I work for, which is very exciting. In my now, the term fat and happy applied to me. I was really good at making homemade pizzas, homemade pastas, I liked to cook things that weren't necessarily very good. They were organic. It doesn't matter. Organic sugar is still sugar. So I gained 70 pounds, which I have now lost. I've been 2 years of not having 70 extra pounds, and during my realization of I weigh how much, I decided that I was going to start running. I've always been athletic and always been into sports, which I love, but this was not built for running. So I decided, well, maybe I could be built for running. So on a treadmill, went to Orange Theory. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Orange Theory. It's fantastic. It's very expensive, but it's fantastic. One day, I was doing my personal best, running on this incline, and my knee just went boop, and it decided that you can't run with 70 extra pounds on this frame. So, long story short, I figured out a great program, lost the 70 pounds, and I quit drinking. Drinking wine for me was a comfort. I enjoyed it for several years, and then it became a really bad habit. The 5 o'clock somewhere became, it's 5 o'clock all the time. And the realization of how much time and energy I put into making sure, I knew when I went home exactly how much I had at home, if I needed to stop and get another bottle of wine. And I see all of these things, it's wine o'clock, or it's wine day, or whatever it is. I took that to a whole new level. But I'm fortunate to say that I gave it up, quit it, haven't had a drink of any sort in almost 2 years, which coincides with my 70 pounds. I've always been self-confident, I've always been sure of myself, but I'm here because I want to be better. I want to be bigger, I want to influence, I want to leave a bigger footprint. So where am I going? I'm consistently working on myself. I don't listen to the radio, I listen to self-improvement. Dr. Wayne Dyer, I don't know if you have ever heard of him or know of him, I'm obsessed with him right now. Everything I can get my hands on that he's ever said or written, I'm absorbing it. It's amazing. And I want to be able to leave this place better than when I found it, when I came upon it, I guess, this earth. And the statement, you become what you think about, is so true. I mentioned that earlier today in my tabletop, but that is so true. This speech has allowed me to realize how far, not just how far I've come, how far I've been, where I'm at, and also where I'm going in this amazing journey. Thank you.